What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. So today we are talking about 3D printing water pumps, and we're going to see if we can 3D print a water pump, which we've done before, but today's different. This is the one I made before. It is a tiny little motor from like a printer, and there's a 3D printed impeller, and it did all right. But today, we got the big one. Behold, a 7,000 watt brushless motor. Now this sucker is going to pump. At least I hope so, and that's the plan. So here we go. Now here's a challenge. This is the target, and we have the water pump over here. We gotta shoot it all the way to a target, which is 20 feet apart. Man, 20 feet, you must be thinking, that's a pretty long way for a 3D printed water pump to shoot water. And you're right, that is pretty far. But with this big sucker right here, I think we can make it happen. We're gonna 3D print something and see what we can do. So I started off by taking some measurements of the 7,000 watt motor, which then I put onto my 3D printer, designed something, and here's a little time lapse. Boom, so there we go. That is a time lapse. It looks good. Is it gonna work? Honestly, I have no clue if it's gonna work, but we're gonna find out. Literally nothing happened. It literally didn't work. The filament wasn't even in the 3D printer. It was like hanging out of the bottom. So restart, try number 2. There we go, time lapse is done, and here is a 3D print. Here's the impeller. This is gonna go straight on top of the motor. We got the outer housing. This is the part that's going to sit on top of the motor. This goes inside of there. This was supposed to be a cover. For some reason, this is 2 pieces. That wasn't a part of the plan, but for some reason, it's in 2 pieces, so I'm gonna glue that together. Duct tape and super glue. That goes on top, just like that. Now, how am I gonna secure these together? Put a little glue to seal it, but then I got these little clips, and these clips just pop on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now for the moment of truth, we're gonna see if these parts even fit on the motor. Do the holes line up for the bolts on the front of this motor? Does the shaft fit on the impeller? If not, well, I'll be doing some more 3D printing. Okay, so here we got the motor, and then this piece goes on top like that, and then there's the holes for the screws, which these holes are kind of messy. Once I get that cleaned up, these screws should fit. Okay, there we go. I finally got at least 4 screws in there. That'll work. Now this impeller, oh, that's gonna be a little tricky to get this to fit on there. Okay, there we go. It's in there. It's on the motor. I still need to figure out how to push it down a little bit more, so. That is not moving at all. Boom. Oh shoot, I pushed it down a little bit too far because now it's touching the bolts underneath. Oh my gosh. When something's rubbing, you just give a little bit of gas and it'll just wear itself out, right? Let's try it. This is always a little like nerve-wracking right here because I never know which channel this is, which powers the motor, so kind of just got to move it until something moves. Oh boy. Yeah, we got some rubbing going on. It's clear, look at that. Damn, this thing's got like some torque. Like, watch it move. Holy cow, this is amazing. This thing right here, I mean, it's gotta move some water. Like, look at that. Crazy power. I mean, it's got these 2 big juicy batteries, so it's gotta do something. All right, there we go. I got the top part secured. Now we're going to just put a little bit of glue around the edge so it seals, and then stick that on top just like that. All right, guys, check it out. Look at that thing. That is a 7,000 watt 3D printed water pump. Is it gonna work? I have no idea. Should it work? Yes, it should work. It should pump a lot of water. So there's nothing to it but to do it. Now I just gotta find a tub to put some water in, see if it works. Here we go. All right, so good news is this motor is actually waterproof, so I can just dunk this whole entire thing into the water tub. All this stuff is not waterproof, so it'll have to be outside, but this I can just dip over the edge, stick it in there. All right, here we go. Let's hook up these batteries. Let's see what happens here. Holy cow. Whoa! You guys see that? All right, here we go. Let's try this again. You guys see that? That is ridiculous. Guys, this is nuts. What the heck? All right, so now the question is, can this shoot 20 feet? I'm starting to think that's gonna be a piece of cake, but let's just measure it. I'm just gonna use my feet because I don't have a 20-foot measuring tape, so here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 19, 20. We're gonna do 21, 22 to be safe. All right, so the wood is dry over there. We're over here. Is this going to be able to reach all the way over to that piece of wood? Well, let's find out. Yeah, it made it. The ground is all wet over here and it's making it all the way to the board. What the heck? All right, guys, so this is the outro for the video, and yeah, it's kind of weird there's no audio. I found out the clip has no audio, so here's the outro. This 3D printed pump worked amazing. It actually worked a lot better than I thought, and I was thinking what I could put this into, and imagine I put it into a Super Soaker water gun. That's completely 3D printed, but hey, let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and also, yeah, comment. What do you want to see me build next? Because I got lots of ideas, but I'm open to hearing some of your guys' ideas. What do you want to see me build? Let me know. By the way, you can also follow me on Instagram at KB_KingBuilds. I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.